What's up, guys? Chris back here at Rusty Ratchet Garage working on this 911T 1972. I got it right this time. So we're gonna be doing a bunch of stuff today to this vehicle. We're gonna put the inner rocker. Oh, nope. Let me back up here. I'm sorry. We are going to get it primered. We're gonna put epoxy primer on it. We're gonna start welding up the structure piece, the inner rocker, and a couple other little things we're gonna add to it. So grab a cold one, grab some snacks, and enjoy the video. And please hit that like and subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. All right, enjoy the video, guys. Like I said earlier, I am going to take that rocker off, and I did. And just that little piece of rust there, so I'll throw the rust encapsulator in there. I'll get a wire brush in there and break it up a little bit. And yeah, I'm gonna put the rust the rust stuff at the bottom. So got that all done. I cleaned everything all up top. So also what I'm going to do is turn that light off. I'm gonna clean up the inner rocker here. Gonna scuff that up, and then I'm just going to shoot some paint on there real quick, just to give some extra coverage, because you can see there's scratches all over this thing, and I gotta take that tape off. And actually it looks like there's some rust down in here. So I'll clean up pretty good, and I'll shoot some paint on it and get it protected so it'll last years to come. So very surprised that none of that stuff is completely rotted. I'm thankful, but I'm actually surprised in a way. So the goal is now get this painted up, welded on, and I am going to start DAing the rear quarter and the fender wells over here in the other front, the other side of the front. That way I can get the epoxy primer in there. I'm looking probably this time tomorrow. I gotta go pick a car up tomorrow for a friend. So I'll be gone about half the day, and I'll get a couple of hours in on this. So let me get cleaning and painting. All right, guys, so I got the rust encapsulator on there. I gotta clean this up a little bit. It's on the vent there. I don't want to get too poor, so I gotta thin that out real quick. And yep, looks good. Everything's a go. Once it dries, I'm gonna clean all that stuff up there, put some weld-through primer there and up here, and clean that up and weld it on there. Put some primer on there too. So yeah, we're moving along pretty good. I'm pretty happy, and we'll get this piece welded in today. All right, guys, so what I got to do now, I actually probably have to take this down to bare metal. You can see all the rust bubbles here. It's rusting pretty good. It's not rotted, it's just rusting, and it's pulling up the primer that's already on here. So the best thing to do right now is basically to take this all the way down to the bare metal and just start all over again. So it's just gonna take a little bit more time today. All right, nah, time to take this down. All right, guys, so I just got back from the paint store. I am now going to sand all this stuff with, I'm gonna try 180 first, see if I can get that scuffed up and so the epoxy primer can adhere to it. So I'll start back here, work my way around. Hopefully I get it all done tonight, because I want to get this thing in primer tonight. That would be beautiful. So let me get going. All right, guys, so what I did was I got my DA and my little about a Scotch brake pad wheel, knocked all this down. This is good. This is looking good. I do want to touch up around here, but I'm really not concerned because these are actually going to come out once the motor comes out. Then I can redo what I have to do. I took the plug out here, and this had a lot of rust build up on it. So I knocked all that out. A lot of rust was built up under here, so I had to cut that, get in here and grind it all down. I am actually happy with all that. I think my camera was down more, I don't know, but yep, I took care of that, got rid of all that rust. This has to get wiped down and ready for primer. I do want to get all this boogered old quarter out that they left in there from whoever fixed it last time. So I'm gonna grind all that out for her. And so my new quarter will fit nice and neat over that. And there is the inner rocker is fully removed. You seen it in time lapse. It had the surface rust on there. I knocked all that down. That's going to get epoxy primered also when I do the wheels on Monday. I'm going to clean up this post here. I'm going to get that all cleaned up, get that ready for epoxy primer also. This is all sanded, ready to go. I just want to touch up in here a little bit. And now I'm going to take the this off of here. Got a little bit of grinding to do. Knock some of the surface rust off of that. I'm not going to worry about this because this is all getting replaced, but I do have to take these off. That's the next step when we move forward on the car. Same with that. This side is also all ready to go. It does have a lot of pitting up here, guys. I'm probably going to replace it. I do have a section of the car out back that I will replace it with. So I'm going to look into it a little bit more, see what I can do. I don't know. I mean, it still has a lot of metal in it. It's just pitting. So I guess that's what they make some stuff for. I don't know. Once we get on this side, we'll take care of that. But right now, it's going to get epoxy primered. But it will be. I will know what I have to do because it's all pitted. So then all this garbage here is going to get replaced. But yep, that's the update for now. Hoping I can get back on this tomorrow, guys. I do have to tow a couple of cars tomorrow for a friend he bought. So I got 2 hour one-way drive, 2 hour one-way, 2 hours back. So, but yep, so that's it for now. And I'll see you in about 3 seconds. What's up, guys? This is a few days later. I did some more cleaning on the car, like more grinding, some more spots that I missed. Yesterday was a washout. That's why I did a little bit of cleaning on the car. My compressor broke. So, yeah, it kind of sucked. The pressure switch went on it, so it would kick on, but then when you would run low on pressure, it would just click. You had to keep turning it off and on, and hopefully it would work. Well, I figured out what it was. Cost me $65 to get it fixed. Tractor Supply has these switches. I'll show you what it was. This switch here. So I broke my gauge, so it's not reading. It reads horrible, so I gotta get a new one of those. And don't come out with a blow-off switch either. So, yep, so Tractor Supply had that. $65. They got a couple different ones. You gotta make sure you get the right one for yours. And the old one is in here somewhere. I don't know. I was doing some spring cleaning today. So, and if you notice, Christ, looks a lot better. And even over there, it's a lot better. No, but still over here is a shithole. So, but it's getting there little by little. So back on the 911T. So I already wiped it down. Went inside, had lunch. I'm gonna wipe it down one more time. I mean, it's primer. I'm not too concerned about it, but I still want to wipe it down again. So this is what we got left. So even though you'll see the rust and stuff, I'm still gonna fix that. Don't worry about that. I just want to get stuff on here. I want to get the suspension back on because I actually have to use the lift. It's actually tying me up with a couple other things I have to do. So here's the other panels. We have to epoxy primer. Yep, they all look good. And I gotta put the bike outside. So everything's all taped up. I don't want to get nothing on the inside of the car and stuff like that. So I'm gonna let this dry. I got a couple things to do. I'll probably start cleaning on the other side of the shop while this is drying. And once it's dry, we're gonna start welding that piece in. And then we're gonna weld the inner rocker in. So I doubt I'm gonna get them done today, but I'll definitely get them first thing in the morning tomorrow. So, but I gotta pull a transmission of a Fiero. So I gotta get this lift up in use. So tomorrow I'll be putting the front, probably today I'll put this front suspension in. So yeah, so I gotta clean that up, not that you care. Yep. I'm not gonna film me shooting this with primer because I use my phone and I don't want to screw my phone up from, you know, the camera on the phone. Then you won't be able to get any videos. So I will show you the aftermath. All right, guys, so there's my epoxy primer. It's a direct-to-metal one. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. So I'm gonna get mixing. Oh, I gotta get my paint gun, which is in that silver box there. So then we're gonna paint that. Well, primer, same thing, right? All right, guys, so I got the primer all mixed up right now and getting ready to shoot it. So this is where I'm gonna say, I'll be back in a second because I got set the gun up now and like I said, I got the new phone and everything. It's a great camera on there and I don't want to screw none of that up because I have a habit of screwing everything up. So let me get ready to paint. Primer, same thing. All right, guys, so got the epoxy primer on. Like I said, I only did from here forward. I still got to get from here back. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole floor or not. Maybe just different areas of the floor I might do. Definitely going to clean it up, though. Excuse me, fumes. So there it is there. The epoxy primer is on. Like I said, I still got rust to do, so this is just to keep it from flash rusting and all that stuff. So that's all done, and it looks good. It really does. It's all one shiny color because it's wet. So, and got it all up there. All up there is all good. Come down into there. Yep, I even took the little clips out, the little chrome clips, because I didn't want them to get messed up. That looked horrible. So then we come to the back here, got that. I got that all up there, and I'll show you the pieces that I did. These are all going to be the inside. I am going to paint this, believe it or not. I'm going, because that's not going to be enough for the inner rocker. So I'm going to put some paint on there, because that's what I do. And there's that. So I'll put some paint on this one too. I'm just going to use regular black. Regular, I actually have the 2K black paint. It was left over from my BMW. That's in a rattle can. So, yep, got that from that. But if you go back and look at my video on my BMW, I painted the whole hood and it looked fantastic. It looked like it was factory. So, yeah, go take a look at that video. It's the BMW with the rusty hood on there. And I actually did that with it's actually single stage in a can. So, yep, go take a look at that. And I'm going to drop this down so you take another look. All right, so here you get a better look at it. So like I said, I'm gonna let this dry up today. Not gonna do any welding on it today, but I am gonna put the front suspension back on it, and probably the rear suspension over there, that's gonna go back on too today. Like I said, I gotta get this thing back up rolling again. It can't stay on the lift forever because there's things I have to get to I can't get to. So yep. So it looks good. It really does. It looks better than metal. And come back here, and it looks fantastic. So probably about like another 20 minutes, I will take the plastic off, and I'll take it off my Camaro too. So I got the front dash that I painted. Probably still got on there from coming in through the T-tops, but oh well. But all right, guys, let me take a break for a little bit, and I'll be back out, and we'll pull the tape off of this and plastic and throw that crap out, and we'll get this front suspension back in. How's that sound? Sounds good? Yeah, I know. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright guys, so I got the trash bag off of it. Well, not trash bag. So put the pieces in there. I'm gonna let this stuff cure overnight. So the goal is with this, I'm gonna scuff this up tomorrow with Scotch-Brite. Same thing with this, I'm gonna hit it with my 2K paint. Yeah, then I'm gonna touch this up with some black paint that I have. That's 2K, this other stuff. And yeah, get ready to do the suspension in a minute. I'm gonna touch this up real quick. And this side looks fantastic. We're gonna put that in there also. So we'll have some wheels on this thing. But I'm gonna do the front suspension first, then I'll do that back one. But yeah, it looks good. So, and I got all this stuff to fix still. So that's why I didn't go crazy up top. I'm gonna clean that up. I gotta get them broken studs out. Still got things I gotta clean up on this, but 98% of it is all good. All good. Yep. No complaints. I'll redo this eventually one day too. Because, you know, I had to fix this still, and I just want to get it so it won't flash rust when it goes outside, when I move cars in and out. So, yep, this has been stuck in here for a while now, and like I said, let me get going because I don't need it stuck in here any longer, guys. Guys, there you have it. Front suspension is in. It took me about a half hour to do it. So let me let's go put the rear one on now because I have time for that, and I want to get that done. So tomorrow I can roll this thing because I have to pull out an engine and transmission on a Fiero, and I got to pull the cradle out on the Fiero too. Another one. So let's get going. All right, guys, so that's going to end it for tonight. So tomorrow the goal is to weld that piece in right there. So I'm going to weld that in. Got to weld that in, weld the inner rocker, and hopefully the outer rocker too. So, should be able to. Got a nice full day tomorrow. Got everything done the way I want it. So I don't see why I wouldn't be able to get all that done tomorrow. Car's looking good now. Suspension's all back in. I started to put the cap on there. And it started breaking my balls. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it off. It's only getting rolled from here to the driveway, so it is no big deal. It ain't like it's driving down the road. I wouldn't even take it driving down the driveway, but pushing it in and out of the garage is totally fine. The other thing, it sucks the wheels towed out. That'll be fun. Just put a little resistance on it. So, but yeah, everything else is all bolted up and looking good. So the next time this suspension comes out, I'm gonna request that she gets new control arms. And also, I'm gonna send the, what is that called? You know, I always get these midlife crisis, brain freezes and crap like that. But anyway, that is that is actually going to get powder coated also. She's going to have to get her struts rebuilt. I don't know what they are. I think they might be Bilsteins, maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think they might be. I can't tell you what color they are because they got all that tar and crud. It's got the thin blue line, so we know it supports cops, so that's a plus. So that's a good one. So I didn't know they had the thin blue line option back then. But yep, this is also going to come out and get redone, and then I'll bring this back to probably here because I want to see what all this looks like up here. So once all that comes out, and then I'm also going to grind down along here and also up in this area. So eventually I might do the whole floor. I don't know. I hate doing that crap. I know I got to get back here. That is a plus. Once this motor and everything comes out, and we'll run on this soon because we got to get it running for her. But yep, and the trailing arms, they're going to come out and get powder coated because I think they're steel. I don't think they're aluminum. They're not like the other ones. So the SEs and stuff. But yep. And we'll get new axles and stuff like that. I got new aftermarket axles on my slant nose. They work pretty good. So yep, that's gonna be it for today, guys. And I'll be back at it tomorrow. And we will get this done. And right now, the primer on there is a big plus. The wheels back on is a big plus. And now that I'll get that buttoned up tomorrow, it's almost going to feel like it's downhill on metal work. Then it starts all over again with the body work. So, all right, see you guys in the morning. What's going on, guys? Next day. So I already started the prep work. I grounded down the, got knocked off the paint on the, where I'm going to weld the inner rocker to, even on the ledge here. I also knocked the primer off where I'm going to butt weld the other structural piece, the new structure. I have here the inner rocker. I just got to clean this up real quick. Got to go over it again because it has, that epoxy primer is pretty thick. So I got to get my Scotch brake pad. Actually, I'm going to use the wire wheel. I'm going to hit it with this with the wire wheel real quick. And then I'll clean it up with some prep off. Then this will be ready to go in once I put some weld-through primer on. I'll hit that with weld-through. Everything that I grounded down, I am going to hit with weld-through primer. So I touched up this stuff here because I had epoxy primer on that too. But let me, I didn't get to show you that I painted this because I was in the mood and I was going and going and going. Whoa, gotta slow down here. So going, and I am going to set you guys up on time lapse because I know you enjoyed that better than hearing me ramble all the time. So let's get to it. Alright guys, punched all my holes in there. Got the weld-through primer all on. We're going to mount this up. Just like that. Well, I got to put more holes in here. Forgot about that. So let me go ahead and do that now. After I put my tool away. did a double tap, so I don't have to drill that one. So I'm actually going to drill these holes bigger than what this normally does. That's just what I do. I bring them all up to about 1/4 of an inch, guys. Not much bigger, but bigger. Get some glasses because I don't need the metal shavings in my eyes that will delay me from working on this car. Nope, don't want that. Let's start drilling. All right, guys, so my cutting was a little off on this. From here to here is not good. So I'm gonna have to cut a piece and fill that in. Everything else is good. So it just has to get tweaked in here a little bit when I weld, and then we are ready to rock and roll. But I think I might be able to bring it back this way a little teeny bit, but you know, you got to tweak all these aftermarket things. They don't ever fit right. So again, I don't know how I did that, you know. I don't know, it happens. So it's metal, you can always add to it. So all right, let me get welding up, guys. Where I want it. Got a little trick here I'm going to do. Q-tip for the spot weld holes. You put a little of the prep ball on there or acetone, and you just wipe away the it just wipes away the weld through primer. It's working pretty good. So I will show you guys on another one. Won't be able to see it on this. So I'm a little upset over that. I don't know how I did that, but I did. There's nothing I can do about it right now. So we'll take care of it though. All right, guys, so there's the stitch weld. It's welded. Now I have to get that piece there where I screwed up and cut that out and weld that in. So it's just more work than anything. I know some people would use a coat hanger and stuff like that. I don't know. I just rather use the metal. I'll just use the same piece from that and just cut it a little wider. And I believe that shall work. And that's what I'm gonna do. All right, guys, I'm gonna do this in 2 pieces. So I'm gonna try and do this with one hand to show you. I have that in there. All right, I'm gonna get my magnets. It fills it in, and then I got this piece here, and then I'll pop that in at the bottom or at the top. I forget what it is. So whatever way fits better, that's the way I'm gonna do it. So let me set these up, and I'm gonna weld this in. All right, guys, see the little piece I already tacked it in. It starts here, goes to there, and I gotta get another one for up there. So, but you won't see it once I get done welding it, and poof, and all the magic. You know, you snap your fingers and poof, it's all done for you. But that'll be in a couple more seconds for you. So let me finish welding this up, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, and just like that, it is done. It's gonna get reprimered, and then we're gonna get the shits put on it. The shitsy shits. So, yep, so there we go. All right, guys, so I just started welding this stuff up. I got some family things going on right now. I'll tell you that in a second. So I got the inner rocker on, got the ratchet straps on here so I can pull this piece here because it's kind of like bowed up a little bit. So now everything's lining up in place the way I want it. So let me spin this around. I don't know if you can see it. Where are we at here? That's me. There we go. So we got all that stuff going on. All the way there. So, whoop, got you a little dizzy there. So I just got a phone call, and a good family friend of mine died. It's basically my best friend. Oh, well, I am all dirty. Yep, best friend since, I don't know, since I was like 18. He was my brother's friend. I known him ever since I was like 12, but then we actually became really good friends, and he actually just passed away today. He's been having heart issues for the past several years now, and I talked to him about 2 weeks ago. He was in a hospital. He said as soon as he gets out of the hospital, he's going to come down and visit. He lives in PA. I'm in Maryland. It's only an hour difference, but it looks like, yeah, I'm just not there right now, guys. So I'm going to try and focus and try to get as much material for you guys as possible. You don't need to hear all my stuff. But let me get this going. All right, guys, so this is what we got right now. I just had to grind these down because I had to put this jack support brace on there. I got to punch the holes out real quick. This is all welded in. I just got to grind the stuff down. I fitted the rocker. I still have to grind some of the stuff down in here where it penetrated and stuff like that. So the outer rocker will be tomorrow. I'm getting this jack plate on today, and then that's going to be the end of the day because I'm just mentally burned out right now from the news I got. So let me finish this up, and I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so I got this put on there, did the weld through primer stuff. Just going to zip that up for today, and then that's going to be it for today. And yeah. So let me get going on that. Like I said, I got all this done. I already fitted that rocker. I want to try and get the rocker done tomorrow. So I'm going to put the door on tomorrow, make sure I got a good gap. And then after I get that on, I'm going to try and fit I'll have to try and fit the quarter panel, make sure it's right up here, and I got my door gaps all correct. And then I'll burn that in. Then I will work on the quarter panel. So I already cut it, did a little test fit. So I made that a little extra long here. I had to cut it down a little bit more. And then I cut this high. So I had to trim that up and basically had to trim some more of that stuff up. But before I actually put that on, I have to fix this and get this crap off of there because that's part of the back piece all the way in the back right there. So I gotta clean all that up and get that dent fixed up, and I'll clean it up nice. But yeah, let me get that burned in and call it a day. All right, guys. So this was a hard video to do, just because of the stuff that happened to my best friend. But I did the best I could. I did lose that little bit of footage because I didn't hit the record button when I got that jack plate welded in, and the afterwards and stuff like that. I didn't realize it until I was editing that it was missing. So I hope you liked the video. Part 2 should be in 2 weeks, or part 2. I don't know what part we're on now, to be honest with you. But we are going to, it's moving along pretty good. Absolutely. So I'm hoping there's one more video before the quarter panels get welded on. So stay tuned for that one. And if you didn't hit the subscribe button, make sure you subscribe to keep updated on this videos and whatever other videos you may like. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.